Match we wanted to highlight in the pregame, national finalist Drake Ayala versus Evan Frost. As we see Drake Ayala head towards the mat now, ready to go up at a new weight, a much bigger weight. We've seen him already has a loss on the season, but Drake unfazed by it, looking to grow.
Yeah, I really like the way both these wrestlers hustle. You're never going to question their pace, their conditioning. Ayala up at 133 after finishing second at 125 last year. Frost, a Louisiana native, and up to Iowa for his senior year and a high school championship, but really came into his own last year in this dual meet, Frost did.
Evan Frost, the sophomore out of Materia, Louisiana, transferred to Dowling Catholic for his senior year of high school. Was an All-American a season ago at 133 pounds, but all of his losses came to current All-Americans. So Evan Frost, no stranger to good competition. He's got some tonight, Tim. Both wrestlers, high-octane styles. Of course, Iowans here in the state of Iowa know the name Drake Ayala, three-time state champion, lost his freshman year to current Hawkeye Colin Striever. But, man, since he's been on campus, he's been a name to watch.
Well, he's done it all. Cadets, junior, nationals, Fargo champion, and there he's in. Now he needs to finish fast, and he did. That is the way Drake Ayala needs to not get in a scramble situation. He's got to come up now. He's getting the count. Really nice, quick finish. That's what the doctor ordered for Drake Ayala.
Great first takedown of the match for Drake Ayala. We get a good look at it now as he gets in on the leg, able to operate quickly and strike first.
Ayala coming off an opening home duel loss against Stanford, and so this is really important in front of the home crowd. And great start by Ayala.
We saw Ayala get out there his true freshman year, step in for injured Spencer Lee. Was able to qualify for the NCAA tournament. Did not get on the podium as he battled a little bit of a shoulder injury. Able to do so last season. Evan Frost, the four-time state champion, three-time Louisiana, one-time Iowa, was coached by Ryak Finch, a Big 12 runner-up for the Cyclones back in 2013. Followed from Louisiana to Des Moines.
This isn't the situation Ayala wants to get in. He did a great job in that first takedown, getting in crisp, fast finish, and he doesn't want to be tied up here. He's got a lot of variety. Singles to both sides, good double, nice slide by.
40 seconds to go here in the first period of our 133-pound match.
Now this, you hear the corner right now. You got to move your feet, and sometimes Ayala, when he gets ahead, he can stop moving a little bit. He's out 3-1, but you got to move your feet. He's got everything it takes, and he's got to keep moving. He's got to trust his shape, trust his pace. Keep your feet moving. Look for your angles. There he's in. Now this is really important for him to finish very quickly again. You can't get caught up in that shin whizzer, and nice job by Frost of getting his foot down. He does a really nice job of that. Came out with a little bit of a whizzer, and then he got his foot on the mat. And
right on cue, Tim. Watch for those ankles as we end the first period. Drake Ayala up 3-1. He defers. And this is an area, when you bump up a weight class, how do you do in your top and bottom positions? It's an area that Drake Ayala may need to grow at this new weight class.
And I think that, you talk about grow. He's only going to grow. He's shown, he's proven who he is. And right now it takes a little time to get used to going up a weight. And, it's not like it's a life or death match here. But like I said, when you opened up to your home season and you got upset, you want to come back with a big match. And right now, out in front 3-1 with that early takedown.
Able to get a mat return right there. Both wrestlers on the edge. We'll get a whistle as they step out back to the middle.
You can't get any more Iowa than Ayala out of Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge is one of the great traditions in high school wrestling. In fact, it was the first wrestling match in Iowa history, them and Mason City. And Ayala out of a great school. Bobby Thompson, the head coach, who was coached by Don Miller, and he was coaching there when I was at Mount Vernon.
Frost in on a leg. Tough whizzer there from Ayala.
Needs to keep it tough right there. He wants to keep Frost from getting up on his feet or getting behind and getting that far ankle. And what Frost can do, he's got to get to his feet. Now, and he does. Nice job. He tries to trip down. Nice job by Frost there. Really well executed. What he did there was, it's all about foot movement. And he was able to get up to his feet, keep him moving, and bring Ayala down to the mat. Ayala, great, really good on the quick escape. That was important.
Important escape here. Hawkeyes have the riding time advantage at 32 seconds for Ayala. Just 40 seconds to go here in the second period. 5-4 the advantage for Evan Frost, the 5th-ranked sophomore out of Louisiana. Both wrestlers on their feet. Ayala will have the choice going into the third.
You're Ayala. You got to go here. You've got everything it takes. Work through that head hands. He's able to shoot to both sides.
We knew this match would have a lot of firepower as we head into the third period. Frost up 5-4 on Ayala. Ayala will take down, try to get a quick escape. Ayala with the riding time advantage at 32 seconds, so currently not a factor. But a big, can he get up quickly? That's going to be huge, Tim.
Well, that is the key. He's got to come up fast, get some hip separation, get his feet out in front of him. You can't sit down there, and especially you don't want to roll around. Can't get into a roly-poly with Frost. Nice job by Ayala there. Quick escape, really important. Now, this is where, who's got the pace? Nice job of jumping in there on that single. Now he needs to finish quick. This is the key right here. He can't sit in there, roll around. You can't hang around. And it's all footwork right here.
Everyone on their feet. Ayala in on a leg, looking to get a takedown. Head official staying out of it right now. And Ayala.
That's exactly what he needed to do. He got back up to his feet, used the leverage, found the far ankle, got the 3-point takedown.
A big takedown there for Ayala. Coach Metcalf wants swipes in the corner as Evan Frost gets the escape. Advantage Ayala 8-6. Riding time not currently a factor, but Evan Frost has to go.
If you're Ayala, you can't stand around here. You got to keep those feet moving. Keep the inside ties. Ayala's best defense is his offense. I slide by right there. That's the way you seal a victory.
Oh, what a slide by, what a takedown for Ayala. Carver Hawkeye on its feet. Ayala wants to go neutral. Brand said, let's keep him. I think Ayala's looking major now. He knows he's got the advantage. He wants to give it. He wants to let it fly.
Well, he feels it, and like I said, his best defense is offense. He caught Frost pushing in on him, and that slide by works best when your opponent pushes in on you. He did a nice job wrestling at the edge, getting that, but he's not going to roll around. That was really smart right there.
Riding time not currently a factor at 51 seconds. As Ayala looking to match the score here as Hawkeye fans on their feet. Ayala in great position, just under 10 seconds now in this match.
This is a big, big win for Ayala right here.
Carver Hawkeye rises to their feet. Tom and Terry Brands letting them hear it. A great match. We knew this one was going to be huge, but one Iowa State needed to take. Drake Ayala gets the victory. As he gets the Carver Hawkeye crowd going, Drake Ayala. What a victory, what a match. A couple of good takedowns in there, battled through. As we'll take a quick break. And we want to thank Dan Gable for stopping by. Dan, we appreciate your commitment to the state of Iowa and wrestling.
This is interesting too. Riggins, I thought he was a Hawkeye.
Used to be a Hawkeye, Aiden Riggins.
So two former teammates then.
quickly on a takedown. Patrick Kennedy gets in on a takedown, and we weren't sure if we were going to see Kennedy or Brands tonight. Kennedy gets the nod, and he's a high octane.
Well, the coaches must know something.
And you know, you got to be ready when your name's called. You know, you and I, we're all baseball guys. It's like a pinch hitter. You better be ready to go up and get the hit. And Patrick Kennedy loves being a Hawkeye and taking advantage. His name's been called. He has not been in the varsity lineup, and gets a quick takedown on a former teammate, Aiden Riggins.
And like Dan said, you know something about the other guy. Aiden Riggins, a former Hawkeye. They go with Patrick Kennedy tonight, and we saw him a year ago, did wrestle against MJ Gaitan. A really good start to the match, but ran out of gas a little bit and almost got taken out late in the third period. Patrick Kennedy been the odd man out of the lineup so far this season, of course, getting Nelson Brands back in the lineup for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, he represented the United States not too long ago here and overseas in the 23 and under, I think.
Won the 2022 under-23 title at a 74 kilograms for World Team Trials, as he's on top right now. Riding time over a minute quickly for Kennedy.
He's letting him go.
Kennedy really good on his feet. I mean, he can pick you apart. That front headlock there, a little pass by.
No, he didn't get it yet, though.
But he's coming back to his feet, looking for that far leg.
He's got to stay low with that right one. He got it right.
Drove through with those shoulders, lowered his level, and really drove through to get that 3-point takedown.
Patrick Kennedy, that offense, he's so good. We've seen him since he entered the Hawkeyes. Been a fan favorite since joining Tom Brands and company. Up 6-1 early on, former Hawkeye Aiden Riggins.
Got right in time. Gonna let him go, yeah.
Aiden Riggins had to transfer out of Iowa early into the school year this year. We saw him hit the portal in August, so definitely a different adjustment period than most transfers, as they usually are able to get out of town in March and get that full summer with the team. But Coach Tresser says he's dialed in early as Aiden Riggins.
Also out of Waverly Shell Rock, like you were talking earlier. Ryder Blocks out of Waverly Shell Rock. Great program up there.
Wrestled last season at 184 pounds, but very excited to be back down to 74. Feels a lot more comfortable. Doesn't have to carry around that extra weight. Feels faster. As Kennedy in on offense right now. Gets another takedown right there.
Hey, Dan, I'd say this, isn't that footwork right there? That's footwork by him. I mean, from his day.
He kept the weight on him, and he kept it going. Otherwise, he would not have got that. There's something in his confidence right now that probably just, I don't know how they worked out together, if they did or didn't the match before. But
we'll get a look at that takedown right there from Kennedy.
Yeah, he's moving really well, actually.
Never hitting his knees.
Yeah, exactly. Kept that weight on him. Otherwise, Riggins would have been out.
Up 9-2 going to the second period. Has a minute 52 of riding time.
This is only the second period?
Yeah.
There's a lot of wrestling.
There's a lot of wrestling left, and if you're Iowa, you're looking for bonus points after losing that teamer match there to injury default. So if Patrick Kennedy can put any sort of major on the major tech fall pin there, you're real happy if you're the Hawkeyes. Riggins back to his feet now, gets the 1-point escape. That'll make it 9-3, Kennedy. Of course, with the 3-point takedown, makes it a little bit easier and less time to get that tech fall. Kennedy, we've seen sometimes later in matches, even a season ago at the Cy-Hawk, ran out of gas. Not looking to do so tonight.
Yeah, nice job.
Yeah, he really had a good down block there. Really had a good down block, and he got a good takedown. But when he shot, it looked like it was going to be a pretty good shot, but he lowered his hips, and that's what's called down blocking, and you just nailed him coming in, and it put him out of position for that go behind.
We saw a good go behind there from Patrick Kennedy, up to over 2.5 minutes of riding time.
It just didn't happen by a go behind. He had to do all that stuff to stop that shot, and that's just lowering your level, getting your head in position, and then getting your arms around to go around behind both arms. So that was a classic defensive shot there that turned it into offense.
Kennedy still on top. Almost 3 minutes of riding time now for the Hawkeye.
He's definitely not moving quite as hard. Waverly.
Just under 10 seconds now here in the second period.
It's a big time to get a point for Iowa State right now. It'd be a big time just to hit a quick move. Boom, elbows in and grab a head and be out.
As we'll head to the third period, Patrick Kennedy up 12-3 with over 3 minutes of riding time. He's been dominant. We get a look at that last takedown right there. You see that down block that Coach Gable was talking about into a re-attack. Good positioning, good hips there from Patrick Kennedy.
As he dove under, he lowered his level and crunched him because that's no space then.
It's great anticipation, and right now I see a different Kennedy than last year's meet because he looks fresh. He looks like he knows where he's at, and
I don't know if he looks fresh or not.
Yeah, I think he looks a lot fresher than he did last year, Coach.
Well, he's doing a good job of stopping those shots.
Gets to another leg right now.
Yeah, he almost got a cradle there, but he didn't. He hasn't got a takedown yet. He hasn't got a takedown, but he's gonna not get it.
Off the mat, Hawkeye fans want a fleeing the mat call. Coach Brands letting officials know.
Well, he did a good job of doing a move when he was going out of bounds.
(13-3). Kennedy in favor right now. Over 3 minutes of riding time. Does have the major decision right now.
I can't believe these Hawkeyes and then these Cyclones over here. They both get really excited when they're and maybe I have something to do with that. I don't know.
You have something to do with the big crowd here at Carver Hawkeye, Dan.
Well,
nice job with
I don't know if I did at the beginning, but Kurtelmeyer getting me here and teaching me how to promote made a big difference. And then Brands carried it right on, you know.
Of course, the trophy to the winner is the Dan Gable Traveling Trophy.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. For good reason. How can you forget about that, Dan?
Well, sometimes I'm into the match here.
We can see that now. Patrick Kennedy, 45 seconds to get one more takedown and secure a technical fall here for the Hawkeyes, looking to do so.
Really stepping in. Look at the underhook there.
Hawkeye fans want a stall call, not getting in. They get it right there. Patrick Kennedy up 16-4 on his former teammate, Aiden Riggins.
He got ride time 17, 18. He's going to have a takedown.
20 seconds to go now. Kennedy gets to a leg.
It's got to be quick. They're going to break it. They're going to break it. No, they're not going to break it.
Let him wrestle right there.
He's going to get the takedown right
and
there.
hook the leg.
I think he got it. No, he didn't.
10 seconds to go.
He has not got it yet.
2 seconds.
He got it. Gets the takedown. Wow. That's why they sent him out there.
Patrick Kennedy gets the technical fall against former teammate Aiden Riggins with a last-second takedown, and he's fired up, and so is this entire crowd here at Carver Hawkeye. And we'll get a look at that last takedown from Patrick Kennedy.
Every Cy-Hawk dual meet is like.
And goosebumps right now. We go to 197 pounds. Number 1 ranked Stephen Buchanan versus the redshirt freshman Christian Carrol. And Christian Carrol comes into this match as the underdog, but he loves that mentality. A blue chip recruit ready to put his face on the stage. Buchanan, the transfer from Oklahoma, was previously at Wyoming, a 3-time All-American. Finished third at both at the 2022 NCAA championships as well as the 2024. So no stranger to good matchups is Stephen Buchanan in his first season in the Hawkeye singlet.
Hayden, these are two men. Whew. I mean, Carrol coming down from heavyweight. Looks like a really solid 197-pounder. Of course, he's the young guy. Transferred from Oklahoma State and first year at Iowa State. And Buchanan started at Wyoming under Mark Branch. He's done a great job at Wyoming, then down with Roger Kish at Oklahoma, redshirted, and then was an All-American at both schools. Coming closer to home, Wisconsin native, Wisconsin prep, and you know, what I really like about when I see transfers just really feeling like they, you know, these 3 transfers that we've seen tonight, and unfortunately Teamer injured, but they brought a pop to this Hawkeye team. And that's pretty cool when somebody can come in and in their first year make a difference in the chemistry and the pop of the energy of the team.
Yeah, it makes a difference in the locker room. You talked about Christian Carrol transferring from Oklahoma State, and he was asked about it. David Taylor coming in at the helm of the Cowboys as he gets a good offensive attack right there. But he talked about he wants to be comfortable. He wants to be at a place where he meshes. Didn't happen right away with David Taylor, but he loves where he's at with Coach Dresser and the Cyclones.
Yeah, Coach Dresser and the coaching staff and Derek St. John, Brett Metcalf, they have put together a culture there that says, hey, we can win, we will win, and they came home with their first trophy in a long time last year, and program's looking nothing but up. And very impressive what Coach Dresser has done at Iowa State. But let's talk about, you know, Tom Brands and Terry Brands, Bobby Telford and Ryan Morningstar. Yeah, they're always there. They're always there. You know, there's nobody that has pushed Penn State or been there any better in the last decade than Iowa, and relevant every year. And I think this year they got a real opportunity to make a run, be a trophy team for sure.
And you even talk about those down years for Iowa when they don't have their best lineups. They're always still in the cusp as Stephen Buchanan gets the offense started here in the 197-pound match with a takedown to end the period.
Well, I mean, that's how you do it. I mean, you know. And
get a look at it.
Christian just, hey, had a lapse there. You can't have a lapse. You can't get lazy in the position. And Buchanan came in with a nice shot there, drove through, knew what he was, where he was at in the clock. That's huge. No answer. Wow.
Great takedown there from Stephen Buchanan. He owns a 3-0 lead, but Carrol quickly onto his feet. Good return there from Stephen Buchanan. Good top wrestling right here for the Hawkeye. Carrol no answer currently. Stephen Buchanan's able to get a win here in this match. That will clinch the duel. And what's been an exciting duel thus far between the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones. A lot of firepower, which we knew we were going to get. But early on, the Cyclones, they came out firing.
They really did. And it's par for the course for this meet. You know, we're sitting here by Dan Gable. And, of course, there's the Dan Gable Museum and Hall of Fame up in Waterloo, Iowa. And the 4 inductees this year were 2 Cyclones, 2 Hawkeyes. Tony Ramos and Lee Fullhart for the Hawkeyes, Steve Hamilton and Perry Hummel for the Cyclones.
Want to make note, the guy to my left, the 2007 inductee in the Dan Gable Hall of Fame. Rightfully so, as Christian Carrol already has a stall warning as Buchanan takes the riding time over a minute now. Hawkeye corner wants another stall here.
Well, he's really putting the pressure on Christian. He's got a suffocating ride right now, working on those wrists, stretching out. It got Christian flat. Look at him working the wrists, and he's got the stall call.
And he gets it right there. And Stephen Buchanan, ever since he's joined Iowa, he talks about what he's added to his bag of tricks. Top wrestling, you see it right there. And Jacob Warner, a guy in the Hawkeye wrestling room, has got to be a guy that's helped him out there.
Well, and there's no question. And, you know, I always say the better you get, the better you better get. And that's Division I wrestling. If these guys just want to get better, you know. Coach Brands talks about it, you know, all the time. Hey, what are you working on right now? Getting better. Well, it's true. You got to keep getting better. It's not about the wins and losses as much as it is just getting better. And that's what Buchanan says he's doing here.
And that's why he chose to come to Iowa City. He wanted to add to his bag of tricks. Showing so right now, Christian Carrol ranked 20th in the nation, but definitely expect to see his name to rise. Just needs to get on the map a little bit more. But he says Iowa State feels like home. And Ames fans are going to love Christian Carrol over the years. He says, it's not what Ames can do for me, it's what I can do for Ames. So you love to hear that if you're a Cyclone. Going to have to provide some action now. Stephen Buchanan up 5-0. Has a minute 59 of riding time. Just needs to stay on their feet for another 25 seconds, and we'll lock up that riding time point.
And Buchanan doesn't have a bad place to get better, does he? How about that room we walked in today? 35,000 square foot wrestling for the Hawkeyes. That was impressive, wasn't it?
On an all-concrete wall. You're not sure if you're getting out of there if you go in. So if Tom Brands is coaching a practice in there, you might not come out. As riding time will be locked up now for Buchanan. Yeah, like you said, no better room to be in than the Hawkeye wrestling room.
Nice job by Christian Carrol there, fighting off what could have been an easy takedown to give up. I agree with that call right there. Christian Carrol was fighting hard there, and Buchanan continuing to put the pressure on, but Carrol not giving in where he could have given up there.
And Hawkeye wrestlers always going to push the pace, especially on the edge. You talk about Austin DeSanto just a couple of seasons ago. He really wanted to make you wrestle on the edge of the mat. And when you're tired, when you need to execute wrestling on the edge of the mat, so important, Tim.
There's another stall.
Leg.
Yep, stall call and a point. And driving through, Buchanan just kept driving. You saw his feet kept moving. Pop, 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 pop. Drove through.
And Stephen Buchanan will lock up this duel for the Hawkeyes. His first Cy-Hawk duel here in Iowa City. He gets the major decision.